I think our keys just touch tips.
Also, do you know what's funny? I've said tip in this video like 20 times. Tips.
Bye, guys!
Hello, my darling. How are you today? I hope you are having a fabulous day so far. Today's video has been requested. I can think of one specific comment in my head. There may have been more, but it was a requested video. So here you go. I'm gonna do it. Do you wanna know what it is? That might be a good idea. Okay. So, if you have watched any other videos from my channel, you may have noticed I have been doing a lot with this GELISH brush on structure gel. At first, I was like, bro, what the hell is this shit? It doesn't make sense to me. And then I was like, but wait a second. Maybe it does make sense to me. And then I was like, this shit's good. So, I've been using it a lot. But I have not tried to do an enhancement with it. Somebody asked if it was possible. I said I did not know. I'm about to find out for you. Before we get into the tutorial, I just want to quickly say, this is how I did it. GELISH may have a different way of doing it. Other nail techs may have a different way of doing it. Maybe we're not even supposed to do this. This is how I did it. I'm just playing around and I'm just experimenting. So, I don't like tips. It's not a elitist thing or anything like that. I'm just more comfortable using nail forms and sculpting. Tips, I end up making really weird shaped nails and I have problems lifting where the tip is adhered to the nail. I don't know why. Something I'm gonna have to work on is working with tips. Also, wait, before I continue, I haven't actually used any quality tips from reputable nail brands. That might be the problem. I'm just like Sally's and drugstoring it up. So that might be the problem there. But I'm telling you this because I'm not using a tip. I thought it would break off easier with a tip simply because of my lack of tip skill. If I say tip again, just the tip. I sculpted this enhancement because that's what I'm more comfortable doing. So let's just get into the tutorial and you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm starting off with my nail prepped. It has been buffed slightly so the shine is off of it and the cuticles have been pushed back and all that stuff has been taken care of. And now I'm just fitting the form and then I'll go in with the prep products, the primer and the dehydrator. And then I will be going in with my base coat. I'm making sure to keep this just on the natural nail. We don't need any base coat on the form at all. And I'm making sure to keep this layer as thin as possible. Once the base coat is dry, I'm going in with the transparent pink structure gel. I decided to use the transparent pink because I don't use it that often on myself or clients, so I won't really be running out of it. And I thought it would be easier for everybody on the camera to see instead of the clear, and I'll be able to see through it easier than the cover pink. So I figured this was the best choice for everybody to see everything we want to. So as you can see, I'm just attaching my nail to the form essentially with the product. You can see I'm slowly building out the little enhancement on the tip of my nail just by floating the brush back and forth on the form. And you can see here, I'm making sure to get right into those side walls and free edge to make sure there's no free edge poking through. And as you can see, I'm just using an old brush and some gel cleanser just to clean up the edges of the free edge that we built so that we're not getting a whole bunch of gel oozing down the side of the form. Once the tip is cured, I'm going over my entire nail, so my natural nail and the tip, with the transparent pink. This is a thin layer that I will cure and then go over with a slip layer and a structure layer. So here you can see me applying the slip layer that is again nice and thin, and this is just to create obviously slip for the gel to move around. And then you can see I'm going over with the structure layer, and I'm instead of brushing the product on, I'm floating it around with my brush, building it up where I need structure or where we need more product. And just before curing, I'm going to flip my thumb upside down so that all of the product self-levels higher up the nail and creates a nice little apex for our little tiny enhancement. And then I'm going to clean off the sticky layer before I remove the form. I find removing the sticky layer first helps the form release from the gel nail easier than if we were to try to remove the form right away and potentially bend or manipulate the nail in a way we didn't want to. And you can see these little weird bits of gel hanging off the sides of my nail. I'm just going to nip those away with some old cuticle nippers before I go in with my finish filing and making sure that the shape is perfect, and just lightly going over the surface of the nail to make sure there are no lumps and bumps and the structure is where we want it. So once I finished finish filing and I cleaned up all the dust, I realized the nail wasn't necessarily as thick as I wanted it to be, and there wasn't enough of an apex, I thought, to make the nail structurally sound. So I just went back in with a thin coat of the structure gel, like a slip layer, if you will, and then I picked up a little bit more product on my brush and sort of floated it down the center of the nail just to build up the center and the apex so that we definitely had structure in the nail so that the enhancement wouldn't just bend off. Once I did this, my nail turned out perfect. I didn't really need to finish file again. It was nice and smooth. There were no lumps and bumps. So I just cleaned off the sticky layer and left it at that. I didn't need to top coat or anything, which works out well because now we can see how strong this will be without any added product on top of it. All right, and there you have it. I was able to enhance my thumbnail with this. I was able to build this nail. This nail has been existing on my finger now for 3 days. And this was without any top coat or anything. This is just the structure gel. There's no added product on it. I did that because I wanted to see how this would wear without any additional product on it. I didn't want to add any strength of gel polish. I didn't want to add any strength from top coat. I just wanted to see what it was like as the enhancement on my nail. So leave me a comment down below. Have you tried building an enhancement onto your nails, or anybody's nails for that matter, using one of these brush-on structure gels? I would love to know. I'm nosy. And like I mentioned, this was a requested video. So if you have any requests of nail products, nail ideas, nail designs, any video ideas really, let me know. I really hope you liked this video and possibly even learned something. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that you liked it. And all of the social medias that you might be interested in will be linked down below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!